What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey, and today we're going to talk about this NBA playoff round one, game two matchup between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, so this game will be played at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. All right, the over-under did open up between 212.5 and OKC -8. It has since moved on that over-under down to 212 and OKC -7.5. All right, so let's take a quick look into this matchup real quick, you guys. All right. The New Orleans Pelicans had their eyes set on stealing home court right off the bat, but they're going to have to wait a little bit longer on that one. And it's just because they just came up just a little bit short in a 94-92 defeat in game one on Sunday night. Now, to be honest with you, I believe a lot of that happened because New Orleans is more of a veteran team in a playoff situation versus what OKC put out there and has to put out there. All right, a lot of people call OKC fraudulent. Man, if you have been following me or if you know me, all right, or if you follow any of the other people I follow or know where to look when you're trying to garner information as far as statistics are concerned, you know the Thunder has been like that for the last 3 years. So it's no reason for you to question the Thunder, but it's also no reason for you to question the Pelicans because they play great even without Zion. All right, because Zion has always consistently been hurt over the years, and yet and still they still win. And they've got playoff experience over OKC. That's why that last game went the way it went. And it looked so tight. Plus, they match up well with them. But we're going to get into that. So, meanwhile, Oklahoma City Thunder will be aiming to take a 2-0 series lead and outlast the Pelicans like they did last time in this thriller opener. Now, as far as injuries concerned, when you're talking about these two teams, you're talking about two teams that really are coming in this game relatively healthy. I say relatively healthy because of the fact that New Orleans Pelicans are missing their number one go-to guy, Zion Williamson. And OKC, well, they ain't missing nobody, man. They TTG at the end of the day. But let's go ahead and let's get back into this, man. So when you talk about these two teams, the reason that things kind of played out the way they played out, and I take you to this stat because of the fact that I see so much in it consistently. So, first quarter, these two teams, New Orleans scored 17, OKC scored 17. Second quarter, they did the same thing, 26-26. Third quarter, OKC scored 31, New Orleans scored 25. Fourth quarter, New Orleans scored 24, and OKC scored 20. That ended up being a 94-92 victory for OKC in Oklahoma. All right, and that's with Valanciunas scoring 20 rebounds and how many points did he have, man? But 13 points, and McCollum had 20 points, and Ingram had 12 points. But these boys were struggling, man. Ingram shot 5 for 17. Okay, McCollum 9 for 22. I mean, this wasn't the greatest game from the Pelicans, and yet still that defense kind of held them in there. And then when you're looking at OKC, Chet Holmgren, he recorded a double-double. All right, he scored 15 points, got him 11 boards. But outside of that, really the only person who came out to play outside of scoring, okay, because, Shea did his 28. And, I forgot that, Chet did have 5 blocks. But as far as doing anything else as far as scoring is concerned, nobody else really was out here trying to get boards. You got Jalen Williams getting 7 boards. Somebody else has got to be able to fight down there with the big dogs they got over here in New Orleans. All right, so when we get back to where these two teams have met or how they've played each other so far this season, okay, you're looking at a Pelicans team that has only won one time in the last 4 times these teams have played, and that last time they won was way back November 1st, 2023. Okay? Before that, they had lost two times before that. So they're literally 5-6, 5-1. Yeah, in the last 6 matchups against them. OKC has covered every time except for 2. And that was last game and the other game. And in those 2 games that OKC did not cover, they both went under. OKC also did go under in the very first time too, but that was because it was 110-96. All right, so what do you expect? Of course it's going to go under. Now, we're looking at 2 teams that got great defense, guys. Great defense, okay? In his first postseason as NBA head coach, Oklahoma City Thunder coach shows no signs of shortening up the rotation. He's developed kind of a reputation for continually tinkering with things and his player usage and things like that. So in that opener, the Pelicans, it was a 94-92 victory. All right, he says that I have great confidence with our team and I have great confidence in each other. There's probably a subtle pressure to cut it down arbitrarily, but they all played well. Well, when you're looking at the Thunder, man, the Thunder had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out there balling out of control. All right, and when you're looking at how the Pelicans looked, they said that is definitely realistic. It is absolutely realistic, but I've got to pass the test as far as getting Zion back out on the court, because if without Zion, this is really going to be a hard, tough sledding. All right, it's not about what we need to do to free up BI. Pelicans coach Willie Green said. He said this is going to be a playoff basketball. He's got to continue to play through it. Have some gamesmanship out there. Got to go to the free throw line a bit more. This is what it's going to have to be, because we're physical with them. They're physical with us. And that's part of the game. That's part of playoff basketball. Hence why I say that they need Zion Williamson out there, man. But without Zion, I just don't know. I mean, as far as winning the series is concerned. Let's get a little bit deeper into this, right? So, after covering what these guys have done quarterly in that last game, you got to look at how they actually match up on the season. Advantage definitely leans towards OKC. First half, okay, the New Orleans Pelicans come out and they're number 2 defense in NBA in the first quarter and number 5 in the second. But OKC is number 3 in the NBA in the first quarter and number 9 in the second. All right, so let's look over here in the inverse. OKC in the first quarter is number 13 versus New Orleans is number 11. In that second quarter, New Orleans still comes out as number 10 offense, and OKC bounces back at number 7. Then following that up at number 9 in the third quarter in defense. 20 in the fourth quarter, they fall back. They fall to 20th. But the point is that the only point where New Orleans really has even close to an advantage is this first quarter, when it's 11th ranked offense versus 13th ranked defense, and number 2 ranked defense versus number 3 ranked offense, all in New Orleans' favor in those aspects. But that second and third quarter is pivotal. And the way New Orleans comes out, that's what really sets the tone for that team and how they actually handle business. Now, in the last 3 games, New Orleans scored 101 points per game, giving up 100.7 points per game, whereas OKC has scored 118 points per game and given up 95 points per game. All right? It's only one way I could look right now, and I'm not gonna lie. It sounds crazy, but I'm leaning towards the Pelicans with the points. I think this is gonna be a hard-fought, tough game. You saw how Valanciunas went 20 for 20, 20 points, 20 rebounds in the last game. They matched up. Chet Holmgren, he had a double-double last time they matched up. You could hit both of them for a double-double. Those might be something decent to play into, But at the end of the day, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I hope the information helps you. If it does, please like, subscribe. If not, I know you'll be back. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.